self-doubt and you've been feeling just very scared about the next steps in your life. Let's say that we wanted to get a new career and then we've been wanting that for so long and then we finally get it, and now we're all scared. We don't know what to do, we don't know what to expect, everything is so new for us. This video is for you because I am in the same spot, but let's overcome it together, and I want to share some tips that are helping me to overcome that. Okay, so let's get ready. I already did my skincare. Let me tell you one thing. Sometimes we want to get the career because it's something that we really wanted, and if you're like me, I am the type of person that I do really listen to my intuition and what that voice inside me is telling me. I did a big change on my life and I changed career and I did a lot of big changes, and I was feeling very down and I was just scared for a reason, and it was not a feeling that I was hoping for. I was expecting to feel over the moon and yes, it's happening, woohoo. But life is like that. When it's a new phase coming up, we have to make a space, because sometimes a new phase in our life, it means that we have to let go people, we have to let go habits. That, my friend, is super scary and is something that we all been there, but I've been there so many times to start all new. But the difference this time is that, and I want to really respect myself, respect my soul, and respect my body. We lack sometimes self-compassion with ourselves. So it's very, very important to understand that it's okay, it's normal to feel scared, because sometimes we don't have everything figured out, and that's fine, and that is what makes life exciting. Write everything, journal a lot. And if you don't know where to start, in the comment I will let some journal prompts. After you did your rest and you cry, you journal, you write, and then you're starting to feel good, you're not gonna feel immediately 100% better. But I do recommend you to move. I am a fan of movement. I love movement. I even am getting my Pilates certificate because I just think that we are energy, and sometimes our energy gets stuck in some areas. So we do have to do some exercise. We have to move so everything just wash up. And when you're ready, when you feel good, movement is super important. You need to prioritize yourself and take care of yourself. My other advice is to just really understand that great things are coming your way. I'm pretty sure so many times in your life you felt that was the end, and that was the worst thing that could happen to you. But then after a couple weeks you realize that, well, that was actually so good that happened to me. And get excited, and it's like good things are coming your way, and start believing that, because good things are coming your way and everything that you wanted is coming. I need to grab some breakfast because I have a class very soon. And yeah, so this video I want to take you around my day, what I do normally, days in my life type of vibe. Guys, I am on Oskington. It's like on Osgon, sorry. It's a park here in Toronto, and today is such a nice day. So I want to read my book because I'm doing the 75 Hard Challenge. I'm posting all the videos on my Instagram if you want to follow me there. But anyways, I was just really thinking that it's incredible how it's already August, and I do feel that this year I really am accomplishing majority of my goals. The difference between last couple years and this year is that I always have kind of the same goals, but I didn't really, like, nothing really changed. Like, I tried, but I didn't really went all in, That was the reason of how I really changed that mindset, and now I'm able to really accomplish my goals and really get closer to that version of that Frida from the future that I want to be. Whatever goals you have in life, the only thing that is going to stop you is going to be you. So literally this is a competition between you versus you, like nobody else. Because I remember back then I just got stopped to accomplishing or to post my first YouTube video, to do things like that, because I wasn't this mindset of like, oh, I'm not ready. Like once I have the camera, I will do it. Once I have the perfect skin, I will do it. And let me tell you one thing, that is just bullshit, because we already have all the tools, we have everything to get closer to that version. It's a process, and in that moment I did not really understand that in order for me to get on that version of myself that I imagine, I have to make a bunch of mistakes, and I have to like look in some way that I'm like, oh, like cringy, like I don't like that. But how else I will get in the other way? Like we have to be cringy in order to get to that level, you know. We have to make a bunch of mistakes, we have to do all these things. It doesn't matter how aesthetic your notion it is, if you don't have the mindset right, like nothing is not all about your aesthetics and waiting for my computer. It's not really that. It's like we have to understand that things that everything really start very deep, and we go through a lot of things that we don't really process sometimes. Maybe when we were kids, I don't know, someone make fun of you, and in that moment you like brain didn't really understand what it was that, so you just kind of hold those emotions, right? So it's just like very important to really be compassionate with ourselves and be kind. That is the most important part. And when I was younger, like when I was in my early 20s, because right now I'm 24, I just wanted to get into like a certain level. And I think because we constantly see on social media like that pressure of like, oh, you can really do it, it's like not that hard. But actually we put so much pressure on ourselves without realizing how much work we have to do. And this is a process, and I think that is super important to really understand that. And is the reason I want to like feel my 20s, because I just want to remember in the future, that future version of myself, when I look that, maybe I will be like, ew, that was cringe or whatever. But it's just like feelings, like what I'm going through. Like don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like I know that at the beginning of the year we create all this vision board, we create all these things because we wanna, like we're just so excited. And it's already August, and if you haven't accomplished those goals, please do not put pressure on yourself. Do not start talking like don't speak negative to you. You have to understand like why is that reason. Like maybe something deeper on you, like maybe something that is holding you back, and you have to work on that, and that is fine. Like life is seasons, and you have to understand that maybe right now you're in the season where you're discovering yourself, and yeah, you have that goal, but that because you're not working on that right now doesn't mean that you are not going to get there. You know what I mean? So it's like very important to understand that, and to really constantly remember yourself that you are worthy of that, and you're going to accomplish that. But if you are all stressed and you are holding like all this like stress, like energy, trust me, you're not gonna get there, and it's not gonna be fun, because whatever you are working towards is supposed to be fun, because that is what is your call, like that is what you really want to do. Important to as well get to know yourself very well and spend a lot of time alone. Like I do spend a lot of time alone just because I like to listen to my thoughts and what is my internal conversation, because it's super important to understand that your thoughts create your reality. So if you are constantly having like negative talk to yourself, because maybe you look at your vision board and you haven't accomplished any of those goals, that's fine. Like those, like if you are having that negative talk that is telling you like, oh, you are never accomplished that, but because we are always listening to some music, we are watching our phone all the time, we're not really paying attention, we're not really like listening to our internal thoughts. So it's very important to as well listen to those and constantly reframe yourself new thoughts that can help you to create your new reality. So getting back to my point, sorry, I just got distracted. So getting back to my point of the vision board, so let's say that in the beginning of the year you create your vision board, and you haven't really accomplished any of those goals, but you still feel identified with that version of yourself that you want to get there, do not start talking negative to yourself, like, oh, I'm a loser, blah blah blah, like I'm not accomplished anything. Like, first understand what is holding you back, that you are not accomplishing those goals. And number two, if you look at that vision board and you are not like feeling aligned with that version of yourself, that is fine, because we are changing all the time. So just start again, remove those like image or whatever you add in there, and start over. And if you haven't done a vision board, well, this is your sign. You can start just right now. It's super easy. I do like to visualize myself a lot. So what I do in order to create like a really nice vision board that I can really feel inspired and I feel motivated is that first I do like to spend some time alone. Like, you can go to the park, or maybe you're at home, you can play some nice music, and then you just start visualizing yourself, like how you see yourself in the next 6 months, like how you see yourself. A vision board is really important because it's like, especially if you are a very visual person, it's going to really help you to constantly remind yourself who you are and where you want to go. But anyway, so I'm gonna read my book because it's getting kind of late. So see you until my next video. Send you so much love, and see you next time. Bye.